Hello everyone. I wanted to make this video today to let everyone know how I make my chicken feed. So there's a lot of talk out there about chicken food these days, and what I've noticed is that it's like a lot of people aren't trusting what's in the food, what's going on with the food, or whatever it may be. But the thing is, I just want to let people know that when you make your own food for your chickens, you know exactly what's going in it. With that being said, I have quite a few different things that I put in the mixes. I do have some fish meal. I use the Poultry Nutri Balancer. And then when you come over here, oh, that's my grain mill. There's a manual grain mill. However, we did hook it up to a pulley and a motor down below, built a bench for it. So everything is power. It literally cuts the feed time down to a fraction. So from the local places, I found a place 40 minutes north of me and then a place 40 minutes south of me to be able to get my grains from. So I don't have to order anything online. I don't have to deal with shipping costs, any of that. So that's what I would recommend first and foremost. All you have to do is, get online, do a little bit of Googling, and you can find everything, quite easily. The guy who's 40 minutes south of me deals primarily with New Country Organics. So when you see that, that's why I did not order this from New Country Organics. But he does carry pretty much all of their stuff. And then the place that's about 40 minutes north of me, they carry, some local things. I am here in Michigan, so they carry like a local soybean, they carry a local corn. Other than that, a lot of stuff comes in from other places. Like it looks like the yellow peas I get here are from Montana. So I'll put the prices and everything in the link below, but it just really depends on also the season for the birds. Like in the winter, because we are just coming out of winter, I have had them on more corn. So I am going to start cycling them off of the corn, though, because the corn does make them warmer in the summer months. So you don't want them to be so warm. So I just kind of monitor it and do my own thing and just pay attention. I will put all of the calculations for the feed down below too. I have it in an Excel spreadsheet. So everything is calculated out. I do have it for 100 pounds. We do 100 pounds at a time. So you can just take everything and cut it in half. But really, it just depends as well on what you want to feed them. So like we have in this bag, what do we have down in here? This one is a kelp. So I do put a kelp in their food. And then this one is the Milo. So, a lot of good grains. And then the peas. And then over here, we do have some leftover soybean. And if you don't want to feed your chickens soybean, then you can just go with other protein sources. Like I'm starting to transition them off the soybean. So I'm giving them peas. Peas is a protein source. Sunflower seeds is a protein source. There's protein in all of this. You have sunflowers here. You have barley. You have wheat. And then this is the bag of corn. So just to make it simple for everyone, showing you all of the different options. I do switch up the blends, and the easiest way I would recommend to do that is I just got on New Country Organics website and I looked at their different mixes. And of course, you're not going to know the actual percentages, but if you just go based off of like an 18% protein for layers, because I have all layer hens, that's all I have. And I don't do meat birds, anything like that. You can just do 18% protein and keep it that way. And then you can switch out all of the different products that you're using to get to that 18% protein. So if you don't want to feed your chickens soy or corn, you can go with peas, wheat, Milo, sunflower seeds, stuff like that. So again, that's the grain mill. I got that grain mill off of Layman's, Layman's.com. It actually was their grain mill that they make. So it's not a particular brand. It's just made right from them. So over here, we got a little bit of extras like corn and some extra peas. And what we do is we just put it in a bowl, like, you know, pour by pour with our scoop here. We scoop it out of, you know, the bins. We store everything in these metal trash cans right here. Okay, I think they're, what, 20-pound trash cans? 20 gallon, not 20 pounds. So we measure it out right here on this very basic scale. And we have everything right here on the sheet. So, like, for instance, our mix we're going to do today, peas, sunflower seeds, soy, wheat, barley, Milo, corn, fish meal, AF, alfalfa, kelp, and the Nutri Balance. The Nutri Balance has all of the vitamins and minerals in it. So these numbers are percentages, and then it's also the pound. So this is going to give us 100 pounds, and it's going to be in 18%, is it? 18.3% protein mix. And they're getting a little bit of everything. I do always like to give them like some fish meal, some kelp, some Nutri Balance, and then they get calcium on the side. So free range, basically in their calcium, so they can supplement themselves. I let them monitor that on their own. So yeah, this is how I do it. Very simple. Get some trash cans. If you don't want the metal ones, use a regular plastic one with a plastic lid. I use the metal ones because the metal lids give a very nice tight fit. We're out in the country, you know, there's mice and all kinds of stuff all around. We keep ours stored in the garage. So all these bags of feed go inside the bins right here, and we have it on a platform with casters underneath of it. So we keep everything elevated. We don't keep any of the bags exposed this way. You know, you don't get any moisture in the bags, you don't get any rodents in there, nothing. And then when the mix gets made, it all gets measured out, it gets dumped into the mill, gets ground up through the mill, and then dumped right back into one of these metal trash cans. And that actually stays out in our chicken coop. We have a big group of chickens out there in the coop, so we do 100 pounds at a time. We do 50 pounds of feed in one bin, 50 pounds of feed in the other. We'll keep one on either side, or we'll put, because it makes it easier to move. You know, when you got 50 pounds in there instead of like 100 pounds in there, that gets really obnoxious. And then we've got this little wand right here that you hook up to the drill, and just take that and stick it right down in the mix, and that's how we mix everything up. So I'll do another video and actually show you how we're going about doing this, but we're just scooping it out. You just dump it in the bowl, measure it up, just like that, scooping it right out of the can, right into the bowl, measure it up, and then from there, it's going to go right into the mill. Really, really simple. I mean, honestly, when I first got this, it was done manually, and that happened like one time because it took like 8 hours. So you can, if you're off grid and you don't have electricity, you can do it by hand, but I'm here to tell you it takes a lot of work. I just don't have 8 hours of time. I do have 8 hours of time, actually. I just don't take 8 hours of time to do that. When for I think $250, we hooked it up to the motor with the pulley and everything, and it really made our lives a lot simpler. And in, what, is it 2 hours? Mm-hmm. 2 hours, we can do 100 pounds of feed. So, and that 100 pounds of feed is feeding roughly almost
16 birds for 20 days.
Yeah, 16 birds for 20 days. They eat roughly a half of a cup a day. So, and then we'll kick this on real quick and then show you how this works. I know it's super loud, but that's how loud it is. But this is what we do. So, you know, we'll get all of this done today in 2 hours, and they'll have a bunch of food. I'll put everything in the notes below as far as the exact amounts for you. And we'll do it at 100 pounds. So if you just want to do 50 pounds of feed, you could just literally cut it in half. and you know to just get online and call around to some local places and find out where to get the products. And then you can also go to like New Country Organics website. And that's all that I did. I didn't try to reinvent mixes or anything like that. I just looked to see what was in their feed mixes. And then I just went and bought some individual products. I made it well balanced, so my chickens were getting a little bit of everything. And I keep it at 18% for laying hens is exactly what I do. And I do add the kelp, and I do add the Nutri Balancer for the vitamins and minerals, and then they get some fish meal. So, because chickens like a little bit of everything. So, and they're very happy. So that's it. I hope it's super helpful for you guys. And yeah, enjoy.